Alright everyone, I'm Ryers, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. Let's keep going. Alright, let's head out into the desert.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
Here you are.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya. Bet you 100 gil I'll find more.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Anything up here? It's probably further in. Yeah, here it is. There's one at least.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Alright. I'm curious how much he'll have collected.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Well, legend has it that a star once fell from the heavens and punctured a hole in the Dalmekian desert, whence sprang forth the fountainhead of the river Velcroy.
You win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Of course.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
It's a good talk.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
Should help him a little bit at least.
All right, Clive. I gave all that stardust to Blackthorn just like I promised.
I got everything Blackthorn asked for. How'd it go over in Dalimil?
It went good.
Blackthorn. Got everything you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You're beat sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Alright, got some money as well.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Alright, I'm gonna go talk to Mid.
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
It's no joke. Drake's Fang is gone. There's nothing left but a crater.
Got a new thing from you.
How may I help you today, Clive?
And ask about Kupka.
Kuka?
I thought that bastard's death would change things.
But when I close my eyes,
I can still hear Yara's voice as he whispers for us to run, as he calls out to the soldiers to distract them. His words saved us, and I'll never forget that. It's just like he said, words are immortal, and his live on in me. They changed my life, and I've wanted to thank him ever since.
only I don't know how.
I don't know the right words
I wish you were here.
to teach them to me.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
I think there's a lot of ability points. Okay.
You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Speaking of ability points, we probably have a lot at this point to spend. Oh yeah, we have a lot. What should we get? We should probably upgrade some of these. Oh yeah. Upgrade that one. Let's upgrade Wind Up as well. Extends precision. As usual, I don't know if it'll do more damage, but I'll still get it. This one here, Earth and Fury, though. Ooh. It does a lot of normal damage. What's mastering this do? It increases the limit break gauge again upon blocking an attack. Okay. Yeah, people is good, but I already have Inferno for AoE. I guess we'll get the last last limit break gauge. We've mastered everything else here. Haven't we upgraded that we use? What's on... Okay, so we have ignition and rising flames, okay. Are these upgraded? They are. I guess I'll upgrade this. Just so we have all these upgraded. And I guess that's all our points. So, yeah, there you go. Alright, Mid, we got your stuff.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
It's convenient.
What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Talk to her back there. You know, thingy. She'll tell you exactly which bits of which ruin we need. You just need to go and find them.
Alright. You do have a name.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating.
So
In other words,
heatsink.
the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Okay.
I see.
A creature
Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you.
or a person?
Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
I guess the question is, can it be reasoned with, or is fighting the only way? I guess we'll find out. Like for Lobert's Pass. Alright.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
What's going on? They're preparing for their own war against the Black Shields. What's going on here?
You know what you have to do.
I won't let you down.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
Well, if you need my help, let me ask, or just ask. But it's your fight, so I'll leave you to it. On here. Course Breaker's already out here, I guess. Oh, you're out. You're already out here too.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
I wonder what kind of creature it is.
Anybody home?
Another Armormon, huh?
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Alright.
Too slow. Nice try. And another! Well done.
Too late on that one.
To me, boy. Too slow.
Ow.
Nice try.
Alright.
Fine hound. Nice try. Fire and flame! Too slow. Nice try.
Nice. Could have been a bit cleaner, but last time this I think it was a bit weird to fight as well.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
We got the helm parts. The Eye of the Warrior. Okay. I think I've ever used one of those. I probably should. You know, more damage is more damage. Yeah, would you look at that? Just the right shape and size. How convenient.
Your work is done, Sid. We'll take care of the rest. Let Mid know she'll have her helm very soon, would you?
I suppose it's possible that it was designed around this, though. Which is the more likely scenario. But either way, let's go back. Alright.
If I don't come up with something soon.
We got that taken care of.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started.
Apparently your missiles are really light.
But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Alright. Yeah, it's gotta be either mithril or adamantite. We haven't really seen an adamantite yet, though. Alright, Harpocrates? What can you make of this?
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Baffling diagram. Made all the more confounding by the preponderance of question marks that blemish its borders.
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next?
I guess if the engine's the mithril, it's gotta be adamantite.
The edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
Okay.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
We get to pick.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
It's been a while since we've been out with Jill, but we haven't ever been out with Tarja. I guess I'll give Tarja some spotlight.
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic? Conch shells? Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
I'm sorry I left you behind, Jill.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
Harpocrates and I'll look after things here. You head over to Northreach.
Alright.
Now, where's Tarja?
We haven't been back here since before Titan destroyed the hideout.
Slavers
So,
don't
it's been a long time.
bother with Northreach now that all the highborn have fled south.
Yeah, now the Mother Crystal's gone. This is basically just a town in the middle of nowhere with no purpose anymore.
Keep them pilchers nice and chilled. I won't have you spoiling another catch.
There's Tarja. You've got stuff.
Welcome.
Enhancer. Ooh. Alright, I think we looked at that before. Yeah, we already bought it. Yep. You got this. Okay. I don't really think we need that. It's not a quick enough cooldown as it is.
I'll be
Yeah,
here
we're
if
good.
you need me.
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread to the worm.
But that'd mean half of Oriflamme's under Aether.
Ooh, that's not good. Hopefully everyone's already out though, but still.
All anyone ever wants anymore is water grape. How am I supposed to make a living?
Fresh cuts! Come and get them. Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the bushel.
Over here. Oh, no dialogue? Alright, let's talk to Tarja. I do want to check out what's on the north side of the wall too, but I might be going there
Need to stock up on these.
after this, so.
There you are, Tarja.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What should I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
All right.
Go on.
I trust it's all here.
That should do it. Hopefully Ty is finished too.
That's Norvin, right? Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize it was that big. I thought it was just one of those buildings, not two of them. All right, Tarja.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat. Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think you might be right.
That's why I
In
picked
all
you.
the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya,
For what?
for everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us.
It's a nice little moment with us there. I'm sure Jill would have been nice to have here too, but
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right.
all right.
And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Nice pond. I do want to go back to Northreach just to look and see if anything catches my eye past the northern gate.
Citizens are free to come and go as they please. Checkpoint's open to all. You'll find little beyond Northreach, though. When the throne moved south, most of any sense followed.
Yeah, makes sense. Is the veil still here? It's the main thing I'm wondering. There it is. It's weird seeing Oriflamme without a crystal behind it. It looks empty back there. Okay, well, it's still here.
What am I gonna do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Still no caravan from the Dominion's perfumeries yet, then?
Time was there were great coin sacks swinging from every belt in town. Not anymore. Since the capital moved, they're all shriveled to the size of peas.
Seeing as business is scarce these days, the Dame decided we should all learn to read. I only wish she had some smaller books. My arms ache something fierce.
You could put it on like a table or something. It's good that you're learning how to read, though. So, what do you have to talk about? I'm curious.
What a pleasant surprise.
It's been a while. Let's ask about you. How have you been?
The realm may have changed.
But our people remain the same. Ever driven by their appetites, many of which we here at the Vale are happy to sate. And during that satiation, they should prove inclined to unburden themselves of certain confidentialities. Well, we certainly cannot stop them. Just as they cannot stop us from sharing that information with our most intimate companions.
I will admit.
I did worry that the Imperial Courts to come into the Dominion might be bad for business. But as it happens, what custom we lost from nobles and diplomats we gained in bored soldiers. And there are no lips looser than those of a bored soldier.
I fancy yours, meanwhile.
Might be a little too tight. Perhaps one of my girls could help you with that. What Northreach's origin?
Before there was a Northreach.
There was a wall. A last line of defense shielding the capital and the farmsteads from anyone foolish enough to try and claim them.
But,
as the wise man once said, a wall is only as strong as those who stand atop it. And so the Empire attached a garrison to the gate. A garrison replete with vigorous young soldiers, pockets bulging with gil. Of course, there are few things that set a merchant's eyes sparkling than a man who doesn't know if he's going to live out the week. And so bakers and boards, tinkers and tailors are gathered from far and wide to lighten the purses of our loyal pikemen.
Alas.
Everything that was once guarding has either been packed off to the south or lost to the floods, leaving our brave boys to languish in idleness, defenders of naught. What's the changes been like here?
Not everyone left the capital.
When the Emperor ordered his throne carted off to the Dominion, but enough departed to change the Empire for good. Had Drake's head remained, fewer may have followed. But without a Mother Crystal, Oriflamme could no longer sustain the industry upon which his citizens depended. The nobles were all but forced to shutter their manufactories, forcing the markets to close in turn for lack of custom.
In a few short moons.
Oriflamme and Northreach went from being the crown of the Empire and the ermine around its neck to a veritable ball and chain. And now many of us have begun to wonder why we're still here.
The Vale does what it can.
But our patrons' hearts are heavy, and many are quick to anger, occasionally, and most vexingly, at the expense of my poor girls. Makes sense. Well, hopefully things will be okay for you out here.
Be sure to give my regards to Otto, won't you?
Of course. Alright. Well, there's not much else here, so let's head back to the hideaway.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Let's find out.
Welcome home. He had a successful trip.
Yep, it was good.
Ah, better late than never. We're ready to begin whenever you are.
Alright.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Nice.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
I guess you go talk to Mid.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Let's go out the back way this time.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Sometime later.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I don't think there's gonna be just one engine.
The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Okay.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Hair in my face. Alright.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Ned told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship? Let's sail it around the lake.
Guess we've got a new one of these again.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Meteorite. Alright. Friend in Northreach. Oh, there we go. Right.
Best of luck out there, Sid. Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so.
There we go. That was
All
weird.
yours. All done?
We've got another quest over there. In the chamber. Wait. Okay, there's one there. Weird science. There's one at the missive table as well. Okay. Before I talk to you, I'm gonna go see what's up with these. Actually, I might as well talk to you. Next time we leave...
All right, Clive.
I get ready to leave.
We'd finished
I'll
sending
pick
half
stuff
the
up.
hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
What's she doing? Okay. Well, now I'm gonna pick him up. Mid can wait, apparently.
Well,
Wayne.
that's it then. I'm buggered. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Alright.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
Bomb King, huh?
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh? I've tried to find a supplier for this stuff, but it's rare as Chocobo's teeth. Either someone brings down a Bomb King and picks up the ash, or... I don't know. We wait for one to snuff it of old age.
See what I can do. Alright, Nectar. Ask about the bomb's hidings. Are in the hunt for a Bomb King, Kupo? If so, I have a billet that might interest you. Alright. So quite a few billets here as well. Vokra Desert, Empty Hovel, Cattery. Question mark, yeah. The Breaker of Worlds. Bomb King. Okay, so Croc and Sandbreck. The wrong way in a nearby wood. Okay. The Croc. I can't view the local maps of places I'm not actually in, so... What is here? Okay. Let's see, off the record. Something that might need attention, alright. Goat.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
A bad feeling from Charon. Something with a hound. Okay. Something wrong with Torgal, huh?
What could be wrong with Torgal? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
And last one over here. About Blackthorn. Pen is mightier. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, he needs more than just the leather. Okay.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
There's a lot of quests here. Alright. Let's talk with people.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats.
Oh.
He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual.
What's going on, Torgal?
Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
I'll help you out, buddy.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
All right.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Yikes.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
That is a lot.
I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure they will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No. I don't.
Yeah. It's a pretty big mistake. But, at least we're trying to fix it. Let's see. Star rubies. Okay, yeah. No extra lore on those. Okay, so let's change the quests here, because we picked up more than 3. And this one, we need to talk to Blackthorn.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in 2 with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Alright. Oh, my guess is either a katana or a scimitar of some sort. But I'm leaning towards a katana.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Alright. Alright, I think that's all the quests to pick up here, so let's go talk to Obelus.
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
Where the hell is Mid going so fast? What's going on here? Dear boy, I'm journey to Canberra has been a resounding success. And agreed to share the contents of the strong box. Under the endeavors of a certain young friend. Oh. It sounds like Mid's not quite building the ship legally. So he needs Gav to keep a watch on stuff. Okay.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Apparently.
Seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Yeah. I'm sure she is. Alright, well, we're not going there just yet. Yeah. Well, I guess we have to. Okay. We can't go anywhere else, so I guess the side quest will have to wait. So we'll head to Sid's Legacy. Dust long settled, little remains of this once bustling refuge many called home. Yeah, we'll head there next time. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you all next time. And take care.